Carol and Cheryl, Cheryl and Carol, Carol and Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, how was your Christmas?
It was good. Little homebound, too long, but other than that, it was okay. But how about you?
Well, the kids came. They came, they ate, they left.
So you didn't go down to Harrisonburg?
No, they all came up here. It worked out really well. We got a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree, put that up. Mary brought little Zuko. He tortured Chief for 2 days, but entertained us. Yeah, it was so difficult because the weather, it was freezing here. Honestly, just too cold to go out. I know that sounds like I'm being a pussy, and maybe I am, but let's just say half the family didn't go out. We just sat on the couch on our phones.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 dog walkers took the dogs out and they got out. And then, of course, the day they leave, it's 50 degrees out and sunny.
Wow.
Like, where was that day? But we made the best of it. I made an 11-pound turkey that I got on sale at Fresh Market. And as soon as it was consumed that Christmas Day, that day, I put it in a pot and made soup. And the soup came out so good. And then the next day, Mary made homemade fish and chips with the beer batter.
Wow.
It was a production. Very expensive, huge mess in the kitchen, but so good. As good as you would get in any London restaurant. It was delicious.
What kind of fish did you use?
Cod.
Okay.
And I don't know why cod is so expensive here. It's like $13 a pound.
My God.
I know. Normally it's like $8 or something. But so good. So we ate well. I guess kind of boring, very COVID Christmas.
Definitely COVID Christmas. Every time we did a cheer, I was like, COVID Christmas, It's getting old. I'm feeling it now. I'm done with this. I want it over.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like that too, even though I don't really feel restricted because everything I do anyway, like bike riding or walking, unless it's too cold out. But I just feel like a caged animal.
Yeah.
Like when you're at work and it's 3:00 and you still have 2 more hours to go.
Yeah.
You just want to be let loose. Not that you have anything to do or anywhere to go. Right? You just don't want to be doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I hear you.
What did you guys do?
Laid around. My rear got sore from laying around. Watched some movies. We did go out to eat.
What movies did you watch?
I made the kids watch Fred Claus because I like that movie a lot. And what else did we watch? Oh, we watched La La Land again. I'm on the TV show called A Teacher. And I just got my update on my phone that there's a new episode tonight. That's pretty good. I'm on top of all the shows as soon as they come out.
Right.
My Housewives of Potomac was pretty juicy. But that's over. So yeah, I'm just, I'm a little bored.
Have you seen Uncle Frank? It's on Netflix. It's a movie.
Oh,
So good. I loved it.
Oh, really?
I loved it. So we watched Uncle Frank, Frida. Have you seen that? It's about a female artist in 1922. She has a unibrow, and she's proud of it. Like she doesn't do anything about it.
Nice.
I think it's a true story. Then I watched Love Actually. I thought it was overrated. Then I thought something was wrong with me because I'm like, okay, this was okay, but it wasn't all that.
Yeah, I feel the same way about it. So one thing I did do is I looked at my phone to see what were the good things that happened in 2020. So do you want to hear a couple of them? Some of them?
Sure.
Like one was Tom Brady ripped his pants. Wow. And it says, sorry, Tom, but we really needed the laugh. Oh, drive-in movie theaters made a comeback. That I do think is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I hope they stay. Drive-in concerts are a thing now. That's neat. I like that. The 103-year-old grandma that beat COVID and celebrated with a Bud Light.
I saw that. That's so good.
Oh, restaurants shared their recipes so we could make them at home. That John Krasinski started the Good News Instagram and stuff like that, which is cute. I followed that. It's got a lot of cute stories, nice stories. Oh, this opera performed to a beautiful audience of house plants and then donated the plants to healthcare workers. And the plants are just all sitting in the seats.
Oh,
That's
wow.
weird. Yeah, it's weird. It mentions how the Tiger King connected us. Dua Lipa saved pop music, they say single-handedly, which is a whole nother subject I wouldn't mind talking about. Where did pop music go? Where did Pitbull go? Where did Katy Perry go? Where did all these people that were making hits? Where did they go? It's like weird. I've never seen like a genre of music disappear so quickly. Have you noticed that?
I want to know where the Bee Gees went, because that's who I listen to.
They're in the ground now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they made enough money, and they're taking a break. I don't know.
Yeah, I just find it really, really strange how that just like all these people that were just churning out hits are just nowhere to be seen or heard.
Yeah.
Americans rushed to adopt and foster pets amid the pandemic. Board games made a comeback. TikTok entertained us. I love TikTok. You know what I think is really cool is how these restaurants now have made these like little igloos where you can eat outside. I mean, that's really great for them. They'll probably keep that. So now these restaurants are going to be able to, get a lot of customers in the wintertime, even when the pandemic's over.
I've never heard of it. So
you've never seen that?
No.
Oh, yeah. They have like little igloos and you sit at the table or it's very cute. A lot of them have it.
Do they have heaters?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So that's really neat. Oh, and Crayola launched a bunch of diverse skin colors. Should I go on or should we move on?
Well, I want to ask you, what did you do in 2020 that's noteworthy?
That's noteworthy?
Yeah.
Different
God. Or an accomplishment?
That's a good question. I don't know. What did you do?
Well, Carol and Cheryl, we launched our 50th episode in 2020.
Woo!
Yay!
Right.
Yay for us! Yay!
Yeah, I was going to say this podcast would be the coolest thing I've done, but we started that in 19, but
we're still together. Not up yet.
No. I got over my fear of flying.
How did you do it?
Oh, my daughter and I drove to El Paso, Texas, and then she went on to Los Angeles. But when I left El Paso, Texas, where she stayed with her cousin for a while, I flew back, squeezed in there, 3/4 of the way back of the plane, and thank God for the iPhone. I started playing my little game and not thinking about things, and I made it home, and I thought, wow, it's like once I made it crammed in there, 3/4 of the way back, I kind of lost the fear of flying. So what did you accomplish in 20?
Well, I was thinking about us and our 50th episode. Like I said, I completed 1 full year of retirement.
Oh, yes.
And I didn't accomplish a damn thing.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You picked up kayaking.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything. I just eat, sleep, exercise, repeat. There was no work in there. I didn't volunteer. I didn't do anything. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would get a job. I'm going to tell you my dream job. I really, really want to work at Columbia Sporting Good,
Oh,
the
okay.
outlet. Don't ask me why. It's very stupid. It's just my favorite store, and I think it would just be so fun to work there. Not for the money or anything, but with COVID, there's no way I'm going to do that. So I'm not doing anything. I'm not working around any crazy people.
You could talk about all the sports and like the kayaking and biking and running and all that stuff that you do.
But as Mary says, she's like, Mom, why do you want to work there? I'm like, well, I could get discounts. And she goes, well, why don't you just go in there and buy whatever you want? I'm like, yeah, I guess I could do that. She goes, do you really want some pothead telling you to organize the clothing on the racks? You know, organize the hangers 1 inch apart on all the racks. Go ahead.
That's funny.
Go on, Carol. Go do that and then report back. Okay, boss. You know, go in there and buy whatever you want. Go in there and hang out as long as you want until you're bored and then leave.
She's so wise.
I am getting bored like you are. Like all of my spices are in alphabetical order. My closets are purged. Everything's folded neatly. All the stuff for last season is put away. All the Christmas decorations are put away. Everything is vacuumed. You know, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much Netflix content you can take in.
So all your Christmas decorations are put away?
Yeah, I don't take credit
But
for that.
you didn't do a lot of decorating this year though. But what you did do, right?
We did, but I can't take credit for any of it. Butch put it up and took it down. I did hand it up into the attic so he could put it away. Even if you're like the most organized, efficient person, I could have all of my stuff done the first hour I wake up for the day. Maybe 2 hours if I have to run some errands, and then I'm done for the day.
I can't wait for those days.
It really is amazing. What I love most is just sleeping in. No alarm, just get up when you wake up, go to bed whenever you feel like it. I try to stay in a routine, but if I want to stay up late and watch one more episode, I just do it.
Just the freedom of having your life to yourself. I don't think I would need a whole lot, just that freedom. So,
well, do you have anything planned for 2021 that you're really excited about? Any trips or?
You know, we were supposed to go to Vegas for my son's 21st birthday, so I still want to make good on that and do that. But that won't be anytime soon. And I don't want to get my hopes up thinking it will be and it not be. So I want to definitely wait till it's, safe.
Yeah. Planning something and then unplanning it is not fun. Like we all did that this year. Like made plans and then undid all our plans and then made plans again and then undid all the plans again. And then any plan that you make, you're taking a risk. You're putting your family at risk, and that's a major decision. And obviously, both of us did that for the holidays. We took the risk, getting together with our kids. It's not that big of a risk because Butch and I are completely quarantined. So we're not really putting the kids at risk, but they're putting us at risk.
That's how
they are a little bit more active than we are.
Yeah. This thing is hard to fathom. I know that my kids know their, friends that have had it, and it's not bad for them. I mean, it's uncomfortable. So they don't see it as a big threat, but then these people are suffering horribly and dying. And so it's just hard to grasp because some have it just horrible and others are like suffering like cold symptoms or a little worse.
Yeah. And you don't know what you're going to get. Am I going to be the one that's dead in 6 days or the lucky one that has no symptoms? I can tell you which one I'm going to be. I'll be dead in 5 days.
Oh my God.
I don't get lucky like that.
It seems like the young and the extremely old are fine. It's all in between that seem to be dying.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
that's
like
us,
30s
isn't
through
it?
60s or something like that.
Isn't that us?
Yeah, it seems like we're in the high risk category.
Well,
So,
I have some stuff planned for 2021. I'm going to do the Allegheny Passage. I think I've talked about this before. So I'm going to bike from Pittsburgh down to Cumberland, Maryland. It's 150 miles. I'll do it in 4 days. So I'm training for that. I want to go to Vermont this year, and there's a couple of bike trails up there that I want to ride. And then on the way back, maybe stop in New York
nice.
and do a couple bike trails there. Nothing crazy,
Mhm.
but just to get out and do something different. It's not really doing anything different because I ride my bike here all the time, but
Yeah,
riding
but
a different trail.
that's going to be beautiful, though. I've taken the train up there through that Allegheny Mountains and stuff like that. It's real nice. When I see people on reality TV shows or on, bearing their souls or acting crazy, I'm like, if I came from a place like Cumberland, Maryland, I could see that. I would do anything I had to get out of there. It is the worst for me. And it's funny because my parents used to live there and two of my siblings were born there. No, one. That was the middle one. So three of them were there. And my parents loved it. At the time, it was it was really nice and it was thriving and all that. But God, to go back, it just is God awful to me.
Really?
Ugh, have you been?
No.
Ugh, it is the worst to me.
So
But
is it just very rural and an armpit? Like, what is
yeah,
it?
like small town and old houses. And it's just like, why? Like, you can live anywhere you want. Why would you live here? They still like it. I don't.
I'll
I
weigh
mean,
in.
the trail's beautiful and the drive up there is beautiful. It's just the little area of Cumberland, but it's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
the trail will be gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm very excited to do it. I don't know that I can even ride that far, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun. And it's slightly downhill,
Oh,
so
nice.
that helps. But it's all gravel, crushed stone. It's a rail trail. So it's a converted railroad bed.
Hmm.
So there's no roads or anything. So it's going to be very bumpy. And everything that I've read, it hurts your hands more than your butt. I'll let you know. I'm so excited to do it.
Yeah, you'll
Just
have to tell us all about it.
just excited to get out of here and do something different. And be out in nature, moving in nature. My
What else are
passion.
you going to do?
Like I said, I'm going to do that couple trails in Vermont, a couple trails in New York. They're just, one day, nothing crazy, maybe 50 miles,
Okay.
and that's that. But it'll be fun. So hopefully the vaccine will be out by then and the risk will be minimal. There'll be still a risk, but it'll be minimal.
Yeah, let's hope.
Are you going to do the vaccine?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it too.
I mean, it seems like the alternative is not very good. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, and by that time, I mean, people will have gotten. I would think that maybe symptoms would show if it's not good or whatever. But there's a scientist on Instagram that did like a little short story and
Mm-hmm.
explained, what's in it and all that stuff. And it didn't sound like it's got a lot of crazy stuff in it. It just sounded like it has some kind of what they call an RNA, I guess, that covers the little spikes on the COVID germ or whatever, if I understood it right, and which kind of like coats it. And I don't know. It seemed like that was the main thing. And then the rest was just other similar ingredients that you get in other things. So that made me feel better about it. What I don't understand is they're like, oh, you're still going to have to keep your distance and wear a mask and all that stuff. And why? I don't understand that. Why is that if you've had the vaccine?
Maybe you can still get it, just not as severe.
Okay.
And you don't even know that you have it. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I have no idea. I got my flu shot today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, do you get that?
I get it, but I don't think I'm going to get it this year.
Why?
Only because I haven't been out.
Well, I'm going to be traveling next month to Florida, so
Right.
I'm going to be exposed to cooties. I think I've gotten it once before, and the doctor, she looks at me like I have two heads, and I'm like, look, I worked in a cubicle for 30 years with the same people, on the same train, in the same train car, with the same cooties. There was no need to get vaccinated. And she's looking at me like, you're a freak. I'm like, okay, yes. Long answer. Yes, I'll get the flu shot. Yes. She's like, I think you made the right decision. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm glad I got it. And compared to the shingles shot, have you gotten that yet?
No.
Oh, my God. That hurt like hell. It hurt like hell.
You had symptoms afterwards too, right?
What they tell you, tired, low-grade fever, soreness in your arm. Because you have to get two. You get one, and then I think you wait 2 or 3 months and get a second one. So after the first one, I'm like, okay, I know what to expect. And the second one, exact same thing happened again. And I think that's an immune response. That's your body interacting with it. So I think that's a good thing. It said you can take Tylenol, but I didn't do that. I just toughed it out. So this one, I don't have soreness. The needle was nothing. It was nothing. But I could be dying tomorrow. Who knows?
Are you one of those people that don't take medicine if you don't absolutely have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your reasoning behind that?
Because every side effect that's listed, I get it.
Oh.
When they talk really fast on TV, when they go, nausea, diarrhea, you can't hear, you can't see, your hair hurts, your teeth hurts. Yeah, okay, that's me. Thank you.
Loose stools.
Yeah.
I always joke around and say, bleeding from the orifices, loose stools, all these horrendous things. But your eyelashes are thick and long. Right.
Fingernails are hard, your eyelashes are long.
But you're shitting yourself as you're walking.
Oh, God. That totally happened to me today. Take a shower, getting ready for my pap smear, got everything powdered and clean. Right before I'm leaving out the door. Bah, boom. Blowout poo.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Butch, where are the baby wipes?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was really bad. It's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't pooped in 2 days. Right when I'm walking out the door for my pap smear. You get to the doctor's office and there's a little poop stain in your underwear.
Oh, my God.
It's like, oh my God, I'm leaking.
Hey, who checks your butt hole? What doctor does that? Is that the gynecologist or is it your family doctor?
No, the guy that does your colonoscopy.
Okay, but that's not a surgeon, but like a specialty, right? Like let's say you had something, let's say you were leaking, like you said, who checks it?
I guess the primary care doctor could.
Okay. I used to think my primary care doctor was so damn cute. I thank God I didn't end up with cancer because I would never have had him check because I just thought he was the greatest and so cute.
Good bedside manner.
Yeah, just sweet, just soft spoken. He was always right on the money with everything, but he was just in such a nice way about him. But I thought, God, if ever anything, I had to get checked, I would not have done it.
Yeah. Well, what's really sad about my new primary care doctor, she could be my daughter.
Oh, my gosh.
She's that young. She could be my daughter. She's pregnant with her third kid.
Wow.
I'm counseling her, on daycare, third pregnancy, working part-time. In between, she's telling me your cholesterol is high. You need a flu shot.
You say, shut up, bitch, and sit down. I'm old enough to be your mother.
I am old enough to be your mother. It was really weird. It was very weird. And then she goes to do my pap smear. I'm like, sorry, everything's kind of old and saggy in there. And the nurse goes, isn't it for all of us? I'm like, no, sister, I don't think so. You're half my age.
I'm a bike rider.
I got a couple decades on you down there. She goes, are you sexually active? With myself or somebody else? And then they were telling me about this woman who was pregnant with her 14th kid.
Oh my God.
She had 13 boys. And she finally got the girl. And I'm like, okay, was it with her husband or her lover? And they both were like, oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, no kidding. Apparently only her husband can do the boys, right?
Yeah. She goes, we'll never know, will we? And we all started laughing.
14 kids.
Can you imagine? That's like 2 litters.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, this doctor's having her 3rd kid. Wouldn't you just rather have a root canal than have a 3rd kid?
Yeah, right now I would.
To do it right, it's so difficult.
I highly suggest people only have 2. And that's it. Do not go more than 2.
3 is a game changer. Like 3, you have to get a different car. Your Camry's not going to work anymore. You need the SUV.
Well, 3, you get that middle child. And that middle child's always a pain in the ass.
That's true.
Sorry, all you middle kids out there. My sister that was a middle child, that's all she claimed all of her life. And if you keep going, then you get that one pain in the ass. It's just completely different from all of you. We all know that person. Stick to 2.
At least 2, you're going to have one that makes you look like a good mom. 3, you don't even have a chance of looking like a good mom.
2 are close, one's not. You get that one that's just high maintenance, is just the oddball out. I don't know. That's kind of a bad attitude, but I've seen it too many times. I say 2. They've got each other and.
Yeah, I mean, like for us, just more siblings to hate. Yeah. With 5, pick and choose, who's on your A team and who isn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the youngest of 5, and right now I only talk to 1. So
I'm the oldest out of 5, and I'm talking to all of them, but I don't know if they're all talking to me.
I tell you, and every one of us turned out differently. So
isn't it
same
so
parents?
true?
That's the other thing.
What I think is so interesting, we all live through the same experience, but we all have a different viewpoint. Like everyone has a different story about the same story. So I was thinking about what would be one of your big losses for 2020? Like a dream lost.
The thing that comes to my mind is that since my daughter went out to Los Angeles, and me visiting her, I really love it out there. I love it. And I've looked at real estate out there. I've looked at apartments. And like she just went back this morning. And I'm always like a little envious of her when she goes because it's just so beautiful there all the time. And so I'm never going to be able to move there. I'm not going to be able to have to pay twice the amount I'm paying now for my townhouse for an apartment, which is fine. But, well, no, it's not fine because, I want to pay off my house and I've rented it once for like 8 years. And I don't know. It's just, I just trying to fix it up now. I just got a new roof, a new furnace, gutter. And, to leave it all in someone else's hands right now, I don't know. It's just But so anyway, it seems like that is never going to be an option for me. And that's a little sad, even though I love this area.
And with COVID, it's so hard to visit too. It's not like you can just zoom out there. It would be easier if you could zoom out there once in a while and enjoy it just as a visitor.
What about you?
I don't really have a dream right now, but the thing that I miss most is listening to live music. I just really enjoy that. I know it sounds so simple. And where I live, there's live music every night. You can go to a bar, and not now, but before COVID, you could just go and just get an appetizer, some pretzels with crab dip or something, and sit and listen to live music for an hour and then go home. And I really miss that.
Yeah.
To the point where I started playing live concerts on YouTube when I work out. When I'm lifting weights, I'll just put on a concert. But it's not the same.
Yeah.
I get the same like feel good feeling from it, but I think it's really cool to share it with other people. You know, everybody clapping at once, everybody singing at once, that kind of unity and connection with other people. I really miss that.
Yeah, I miss going out. I have my friend that's Peruvian and they never stop going out. You go to bars that has like Latin music, you see people in their 70s getting down. And she would always have parties at her house. And I just miss walking in and hugging everybody. And, you know, we just get so silly and have so much fun and laugh and, you know, listen to the music and dance if we felt like dancing. I mean, we've all kind of slowed down in these years, but that was always so much fun to look forward to. And then I would go out to places with her, and it was nice. Ice clubs, you know, and do salsa, merengue dancing and things like that. And I miss it. I miss that a lot.
So to me, it's not really a dream lost, but just something, some joy lost. Let's put it like that. But I don't want to be all doom and gloom about it because I'm really enjoying being a sloth.
People have reflected on things. Going to have a whole new appreciation for the simple things like we just said. You know, it's nice to be reminded of that stuff sometimes. You know, like when you don't fix something in your house for a long time and then you fix it, you're like, woo, like I told you, we have a picture of me and my son having cheersing to a new toilet. And I remember saying to them, you know, everyone should do without something for a while just to have the appreciation. So I think this served a purpose. This is all over. You're going to be like, oh, I got to take a shower. I got to drive to work. I've got to.
I know. How did we do that? Like back in the day, wearing pantyhose every day.
Yeah.
Commuting, no remote working. 5 days a week, bra and pantyhose.
One time at work, I had this, I had black stockings on and I had like a long black skirt, you know. And I said to this guy, he walked in and I said, do I look nice to you today? And he goes, yes, yeah, you do. I go, thank you. I go, you'd never know I have this. And I pulled my skirt up to my thigh and I had this huge hole with all these like strands going everywhere. But, you know, it's just, I just thought it was so funny because like, you know, that skirt down just looks so nice and put together. Little did you know I had like, you know, like a mixing bowl going on, you know, with my, with my stockings with a big hole. It was so funny.
What did he do? Did he crack up laughing?
Yeah, I laughed.
I don't know how we did it back in the day.
I mean, it was funny because when I started working from home a lot before the pandemic, driving in was just like a chore, you know, getting out the house and all of that. Knowing that I could just take a couple steps and already be working, that was very difficult. And it's going to be difficult again. But it'll be nice because I also will look forward to, you know, going to get my salad or going out for lunch. It's just getting there. That's the problem. That's going to be hard.
Yep. That is always the problem. Once you're there, it's a party.
Yeah. Right.
until you have to start working. Yeah, I miss everybody.
Oh, your old coworker's going to be a grandfather.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe it. He must be so excited.
I used to say to him, gosh, we worked together when I came back to work when the kids were little. And I said, gosh, we're going to know each other when our kids are, in their 20s and they're going to get married and we're going to have gray hair and we're going to be grandparents. And I'm like, so when he told me he's going to have a grandchild, I said, oh my God. Remember I used to say that? I go, this is it. We're old. This is it.
Yep. Yep.
We're here. But you don't feel any different. That's what's so funny.
Talk about growing up together. That's really like our second family pod.
It is.
And I think we've been with our second family pod longer than we've been with our first family pod.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the first ones don't go away.
Right.
You can't get rid of them. They're there. You're stuck with them.
That's so
Second
funny.
family pod, you're stuck with them, but you don't mind.
It sounds like we're both on the same page. We appreciate the things the pandemic brought into our lives, but we're over it.
I'm so over it. It's like, don't you wake up in the morning and you go, ugh, that's still here? That's still going on? Okay, where's my mask?
Yeah.
And then when you watch TV and you see people in gatherings with no mask, you're like, where's their mask? Oh my God, why are they gathering like that? And then you're like, pre-pandemic, the good old days.
Yeah.
I really like the mask. It actually keeps me warm. I was actually singing.
Yes.
Like lip syncing in the grocery store. I'm like, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah. It was so funny. I was going to town one day in the car and I was like, man, this mask is awesome. I'm singing along, but it was so funny because all of a sudden you could see my mask suck in and then it was just randomly blow out and then suck in again. I took my daughter and her friend to the airport this morning. And it was like, I got up and I brushed my teeth, but it's like, damn, this is awesome. We all got our masks on, no morning breath,
Yeah. I was going to ask you why you're wearing your mask in the car, but it sounds like you had a third party.
Yeah. And just because she had come off a plane and, when she got here, she give me a hug. I'm like, stay your distance.
Yeah. Go take a shower. Clothes in the hamper. Yeah. And flying all that way. It's so long.
Yeah. She takes a dog too, her little Chihuahua, and the thing cries. I took the Chihuahua to the vet to get a sedative, but long story short, I didn't take him in, but he was with me and he cried all the way. And I'm like, I don't know how she does this on the plane for 4 or 5 hours. This time she did end up getting the sedative. I went back another day and she sent a picture and he was out like a light.
So he cries the whole time on the plane?
Yeah. Yeah, she's had him on her lap before, but the last time when she was coming here, the stewardess told her to put him in the crate under the seat. So she said she was like bending over, petting him with her head between her legs. It was terrible. She couldn't sleep. And then there was a German Shepherd on the flight.
Really?
Yeah, and she's like, the dog's laying in the aisle, but the Chihuahua can't sit in my lap.
Well, maybe they didn't want the two dogs getting into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, she understood. I mean, she was like, that's the rule. So
is her dog an emotional support dog? So you can just travel with the dog if they're your pet.
It seems like it. Yeah. Uh-huh. I was with her the other night when she called to find out, like, what if she wanted to stow him? Which he's too small for that. Because you can put him in with the luggage, I guess, or somewhere. I don't know.
I would never, ever do that.
I would never either.
Because it's not pressurized and it's not temperature controlled.
She was just asking, what is the process? And they're not doing it now. So I guess that's maybe why the German Shepherd was allowed to come on and why her dog is, I think. I don't know.
I wonder if the Shepherd was a working dog, though, because I can't imagine you can just bring your pets on the flight.
I don't know. Yeah. It didn't have any like jacket on it or anything like that because she would have mentioned that.
Maybe they paid for a ticket for it. And I don't know. Yeah. And I think you can get out there at some point.
Yeah, and I was like looking into it and feeling disappointed, but I thought, you know what? Let me just wait till after I retire.
Right.
We'll see then. Why am I even trying to do it now while I'm working and stuff? I'll just
Yeah.
wait and see.
All right, Cheryl. Well, it was great catching up with you. I would like to remind our listeners to like our Facebook page. Don't come on and just view it and stalk us. Please like us.
Please follow us on Instagram. We don't have very many followers, so it would be great if you could share. I mean, heck, if you don't want to listen, don't listen, but please just follow.
Can you tell Cheryl manages our Instagram?
Yeah, and Carol's ahead of me on Facebook, okay? So come on, people, please.
Not that it's a contest or anything. Please. Well, I'll talk to you next week.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Carol and Cheryl, thank you.